Hey, this is Sheila with Fish for the Master. This is actually like an impromptu video because I just read a post where someone was talking about how difficult a particular diet was from them. I think it was a keto diet, and it really doesn't matter which one because they end up having to do a slip because of, I guess they didn't have enough money to buy food needed for the keto diet. So I wanted to touch on that. I saw that, and it's really funny because just yesterday I was just kind of thinking. I was going through my grocery list trying to figure out, okay, what I'm going to buy, looking at my food budget, etc. And, just kind of pricing out, how much do I spend per serving on protein and how much do I spend per serving on lettuce? Well, you know what, just the thought pattern that I have when I go through how I do my grocery list, that really is a shift that that we do, that we have, that we end up learning as we progress on this lifelong journey of obtaining and sustaining weight loss. So on the question, and again, this particular person mentioned something about keto, but it doesn't really matter whether it's keto or not. This can apply to any diet. Right now, the pattern within the food industry, it is right now very popular to do healthy eating and to eat according to some of the mainstream diets. And so the food industry, they bank on that. They bank on people being able to buy food that coincides with the most popular diets on the field, on the market, and they price things accordingly. And they label things accordingly. So it's very popular now to get things that appear in the green and the brown colors and to look like it's the marketing, the labeling of the food and stuff is such that it will look like it's healthy and it's priced as such. And it looks like it's catered to either Weight Watchers or Nutrisystem or Paleo or Keto or the Southwestern or the Mediterranean. Again, these are all the popular mainstream diets that's going on. And so the food industry will package things to coincide with them. And believe me, they're priced as such. But guess what? You don't have to buy it. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. Most of those diets, most of the diets, they're still calling for real. You can still eat regular real food, and still be following that particular food plan. Most of those diets, they call for vegetables, they call for for fruit. Some of them call for meat. Or protein or some other kind of protein. I know obviously the plant-based ones don't call for meat, but the ones that do, they do. But if you don't so much look at, I'm doing, I have to do keto, I have to do paleo, but just look at it as far as the food groups that I have to do. I have to eat vegetables, I have to eat fruit, I have to eat a grain, I have to eat protein. Well, how can I get that? And there are inexpensive ways of getting vegetables. If you can't get the frozen, if you can't get the organic, you can still get regular vegetables. You can still get frozen vegetables. And guess what? You can even still get canned vegetables if that's what your budget calls for. But, and likewise with the protein, you can get protein from beans. You can get, and that's not expensive at all. You can get protein from turkey or chicken or that's not expensive at all. And I'm going to go ahead and name some brands. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to tell you some of the things that I do. Tuna, canned tuna is less than $1 a can. That's 3-4 ounces of tuna, 3-4 ounces of protein. Easy. A can of beans. I'm not a really bean person, but for those of you that do plant-based stuff, you can get your protein from a can of beans. That can of beans will give you 2 servings, possibly even 3 servings of protein for maybe less than $1 or maybe a little over $1. Okay. Eggs. Oh my gosh. Eggs are like, $2 for a dozen eggs. That's 6 servings of protein for $2. So again, you don't, if you look at your food plan, regardless of what program you're doing, look at your food plan, look at the food as in the food groups that they're calling for. If it's calling for a protein, if it's calling for a vegetable, if it's calling for a fruit, just zero in on trying to get that. Zero in on getting that. Not necessarily the foods that are labeled keto friendly or paleo friendly or the things that are labeled, a certain way. That extra labeling stuff, guess what? That's just the food industry making money on you. You can do what you need to do. You can eat within your plan. You can eat within your plan for a reasonable amount of money than just going for regular food. Regular fruits, regular vegetables, regular meat. One things I do is I'll do a shout out to Sam's Club. Maybe when I get enough following Sam's Club, will let me do a commercial or something for them. But I'll do a shout out to Sam's Club. Sam's Club they do frozen vegetables. You get like 4, 5, 16-ounce bags of frozen vegetables in one big container that's like $7 or something like that. And then, I get 80 ounces of ground turkey for $13. 80 ounces of ground turkey for $13 from Sam's Club. And then I get, I'll get a rotisserie chicken. I'll pick up a rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club. And less than $5. Eggs. Like I said, dozen eggs. $2. Less than $2, but about $2 for a dozen eggs. And these are all, this is where I get my protein. This is how I get my protein. This is how I get my vegetables. I don't go looking for, these labeled things, all natural. And I don't go for all that. It isn't necessary to go for all of that. Actually, the stuff that's labeled all natural is not really as natural as it's saying that it is. Just keep it simple. You can do this, and you can do it within your budget. You can do it without spending a lot of money. Take care. This is just a tip just a tip from Sheila with Fit for the Master. Again, we are in this for the long haul because the Master has need of us. Thank you. Have a good day.